Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here, and today we're back again with another Danmachi Battle Chronicle video, and we are going to be going over every character coming to the game on the 24th of August when the game releases, and we're going to be checking out their rarities. So we're going to be going through the adventures, the assists, and the scene cards that we know are coming to the game on the 24th of August. So of course, if you guys go on to enjoy today's video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi Battle Chronicle content, and let me know in the comments section down below who are you guys planning on re-rolling for. Of course, this video will give you guys an idea on who's going to be available in the gacha, and especially in the infinite re-roll gacha, so you guys can let me know what are your targets for the re-roll. Are you guys going to go for 2 URs, 3 URs? Are you guys going to go for multiple adventures or multiple assists? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below. But yes, thanks to the HoloLive members, we managed to get a better idea of exactly what all is in the game, ranging from the battle royale to the gameplay to the story and much more. But especially thanks to Momosuze Nene for doing what was effectively 200,000 Selas worth of summons. Obviously that is about like 100 multis in this game, and as a result we have an idea on exactly what all characters, adventures, and assists specifically and scene cards are in the game. So we're going to be going through her live stream once again, and we're going to be going over every single character ranging from SR to SSR to UR, and we're going to be going over every single character that is going to be coming to the game. On top of that, I'm also going to be talking about the character classes that I mentioned in yesterday's video, which if you guys haven't checked out yesterday's video, please be sure to go and do so. It is an all you need to know about Danmachi Battle Chronicle, which features a bunch of information ranging from the gameplay to the summons to the pity to the dupe system and much more. So be sure to go and check out that video. It will be at the end of this video as well, the link to that video, of course, I should say. So of course that video is going to help you guys massively, but in this video I'm going to talk about the character classes. I'm going to be talking about what all is going to be in the game, and I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be going for in my reroll as well, because I feel like, especially with the way the infinite reroll is set up, you can get as many URs as possible. So you can get maybe 2 URs, 3 URs, or even more potentially. So of course we'll talk about that, and without further ado, I think we should let the summon start rolling, and we can talk about exactly what she ends up pulling, and we can talk about maybe the units that she ends up getting. We can talk about the summon animations as well, and more specifically I also want to talk about as well the character classes, because I feel like that's something that I feel isn't being mentioned enough, in not only just from my side. I would say I feel like I've not mentioned it enough, but I feel like also from the team at Danmachi Battle Chronicle in their advertisements and stuff, they haven't mentioned it at all, to be quite honest. And I feel like that's one of the more important things to mention, because it has a direct impact on how you build your team, especially, right? So of course we're starting off with SR Hestia, of course, right? Now if you want to know more about the rarities of this game, it's basically a very simple system of SR, SSR, and UR, of course, ranging from SR being the lowest rarity, SSR being the medium rarity, and then of course UR being the highest rarity. As you saw there, Bet also had an SR, and then now we get this scene card. Of course, if you want to know more about the rates in more detail, you can go and check out yesterday's video, but to give you guys an idea, it's 3% chances for you to get a scene card, a 3% a UR rate, I should say. If you want to get the highest rarity, it's a 3% chance to get a scene card, and then for an adventure or assist, it's 3%, with it being split by 1.5% between the two. So 1.5% for a UR adventure and 1.5% for an assist UR. So keep that in mind, of course, right? All three things are in the same banner, so it is going to be tricky. It's not something that I like that very much, to be quite honest, but at the same time, at least it's not multiple banners, to be quite honest. I would have loved for scene cards to be farmable or something like that instead, but beggars cannot be choosers. This is the direction they decided to go in. But we now see our first SSR scene card, of course, right? I was gonna say SSR UR card. That wouldn't have made any sense whatsoever. But we see our first SSR scene card, and our second SSR scene card, which is kind of spicy, shall we say. But effectively, scene cards are like craft essences in this game, basically, where they give you a special effect, they give you some stats, and it's very much usable for all characters, of course, right, depending on the skill set. Of course, another thing to note is that you need 3 scene cards per character as well, so it is quite vital to actually get multiple scene cards if possible. Of course, we see SR Hermes right here. which is really, really cool. I think I kind of moved forward a little bit. Yeah, I was about to say, I know that this multi also had an SSR Hermes as well. So you can tell that they're already doing like multiple rarities for certain characters. Obviously, Hestia, I know, has an SR card and a UR assist card as well. So you have that going for her as well. I know Hermes is an SR, SSR, and I think he has a UR as well. So my man is rocking with all three rarities, of course, right? I think there will be a multiple characters, especially assists. I think there will be multiple iterations, at least at the start of the game. Next up, you can see we have, of course, right here, Otarl and everybody, Mia as well, SR scene card here as well. I like the scene cards that they've gone for it, and the way that they've designed the scene cards, right? It's like they've taken it from the anime, but they've also added their own touch to it as well, which is really, really nice. They've added the Danmachi Battle Chronicle style as well. Now, let's talk about this. And I want to kickstart off the topic of course, the classes for these characters. Now, if you look at these characters, right, if you see the icon that they have, the element that they have, right? So for example, if you look at Bet, right, the second character in the top row, he has a small pentagon that is purple, and in it there is an icon of a sword and a club. What that means is that Bet is a DPS unit. Now, the thing is, I didn't realize this initially when I first played the beta test, but then I learned about it when we were actively playing the beta test, and I was like, oh, even assists actually also have a class system as well. This is something I didn't notice, because if you look at this right here, right, and this was early on in the closed beta test. Of course, I learned about it when we did more and more of the closed beta tests. So this is something I've known for a couple of months now, but even assists have their own class system. So if you look at Hermes in the bottom left, right, the SR Hermes, he also has the sword and club icon, which makes him a DPS assist. So he'll help out in some way, shape, or form, increasing the damage output for your character. If you look at the SSR Hermes, he's got like a sort of shield basically, which means that he's more for defensive based units basically. I do wonder, this is something we haven't actually seen yet, at least based on the footage that they've shown, and of course from my testing I couldn't really tell too much, to be quite honest, but I wonder if you have a DPS adventure of the same element as the assist that you have, right, who's also the same element. Say for example, you have a green DPS adventure and a green DPS assist. Does that mean you'll get a higher bonus? Because we know two elements together already give you like a 10% stats bonus. Will it be even higher if you have a green DPS with a green DPS, or a green tank with a green tank? That's going to be very interesting, because I don't think they've shown that whatsoever in any of the footage that we've seen so far. So I'm going to be curious to see what they have in store for us here. But as you can see, these are your characters so far. Of course, the 2 star icons, I think that means that they're support units in some way, shape, or form, if I'm not mistaken. I think they are support units, because I remember Cassandra, the UR Cassandra that we had in the closed beta test, she also had 2 stars, if I recall correctly as well. There is another icon with a boot basically, which means that they're more speed based and they're more I would say sort of like sub DPS units, I would say, is the best way to put it, right? I think that's how they're gonna be basically. But yeah, we're gonna be going through all these animations, and as you can see, we have a brand new animation here. I say brand new animation, this is the only other animation we have in the game. I do hope that they add more summon animations, and it's not just gonna be Bell and you know, eyes only. You know, I want to see Bell and Ryu, I want to see Bell and Lafia maybe, or something like that, right? That animation is a guaranteed UR animation, by the way. So as you can see right here, we have Bet, of course, SR Bet, and then we have Wine, SSR Wine. I don't think she has a UR just yet, from what I could tell. I didn't see a UR Wine in the game yet. But yeah, SSR Wine, we have an SSR Bell and I scene card as well. I think Wine is also only an assist as well. UR scene card, there you go, the Seer scene card as well, of course. Now, I feel like scene cards are also going to be very much class based as well, so you might have some scene cards that are increasing damage, of course, some skill cards that are increasing defense, so you want to make sure that it's on the right character, right? Some might increase the HP of a character and so on and so forth. Making sure that we can actually see the name of the scene card, as you can see on the right hand side, bottom right there. But yeah, I think that's one thing to note. So we do have a UR scene card here with Seer. Let's move a little bit ahead. And let's see. So yeah, Bell and Hestia scene card here. Let's move a little bit ahead. So yeah, SR Lily Ruka is next as well. So Lily Ruka does have an SR. She also has a UR as well. And then we of course have SR Chigusa. So they do actually have a bunch of characters already in the game. They are missing a couple of characters. One thing I noticed in the closed beta test, and even in this video as well, is that they were significantly missing out on a lot of major familiar characters. I felt like Freya familiar characters like Otaro and stuff. I didn't see him at all, to be quite honest, and I felt like we were missing a couple of other characters as well. So I feel like, you know, we're still early days. One thing I feel like a lot of people have been asking about is like, oh, what are they going to do in terms of future releases? Well, they could easily release a lot of these characters that are yet to release. They can do Argonaut. They can do, of course, a Stray Record as well, now that they're turned into light novels and stuff, right? So you could easily save up for when they release those in game, of course, right? But I feel like as well, along with it, just generally in terms of the characters that we know about already, like Alan, like, you know, the Gulliver brothers and so on and so forth, we will inevitably get them in this game as well. And I think they're going to plan it out well, I hope. At least fingers crossed they plan it out well. All right, let's keep going and let's check out what other characters there are. So far we've gotten ourselves a UR scene card. Let's go on to the next multi. I'm gonna push us forward to the next multi. So you can see right there, the stats that you get is in the bottom left. It's not major stats, I feel like, right? But if you see in the top right, it does seem like it helps with the cooldown. It seems like, I'm just assuming it based on the timer, basically. Let me check if I can translate it for you guys. I'm just going to use a good old Google Translate now because it's the fastest one and I can access it from my phone. At the start of your game, give yourself 100% special move cost reduction. Never mind. So basically it reduces the cost of getting your special move up basically massively. So that's really, really good, of course, in a battle, especially like a boss battle. 100%, very, very usable to be able to get that attack off really, really early on. Now, let's take a look at the third multi of this banner. We're going to be here for a little bit, and of course, I'm going to be talking about stuff. Okay, so she skips from here on out, it seems like, because she didn't get a UR. So you can see right here, we got a couple of units. I'm going to pause here. Please don't move. Please don't move. Okay, well, we're going to have to go back a little bit because I want to pause on this. There we go. So you can see, I'll just do this actually. This is easier. So you have these coins being given out. So SR gives you 3 coins. SRs give you 1 coin. And in the closed beta test, UR dupes gave you 10 coins. Of course, as you guys might have seen in yesterday's video, if you want to take a dupe even higher from UR to higher, at least back then in the closed beta test, it was from 3-star to 4-star and 4-star to 5-star, you needed 10 coins for each step. We don't know if that's going to be the same, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to necessarily predict it just yet, but it does seem like you'll need 10 coins for going from UR and to higher, basically. But yes, as you can see the scene cards right here, you've got the Belle and Hephaestus one when she's asking Hephaestus to help build the Hestia knife. Wine, Daphne's a green tank character, the SR at least. Miak is a purple tank, and then of course you can see that we have SSR Welf, who is a a red DPS unit, and then of course Finn is a purple tank. I love seeing Welf being a DPS unit because it feels like in Danmimo more often than not his role would be relegated to somewhat being a little bit defensive, a little bit of a sub DPS unit. So glad to see that he's been given a proper DPS role in this game, even if it is in his SSR format. I do feel, by the way, that SSRs are pretty usable, to be quite honest, based on my closed beta test experience. Now, obviously, the closed beta test, the reason why I will say it's not really... oh god, this was when Hermes was talking about Ishtar, of course, and him taking Belle to the... or him dumping Belle at the Pleasure District. But one thing to note is that even though we found it very usable, right, in the closed beta test when we used SSRs, I feel like one of the things that might end up becoming a problem is that with the addition of more and more URs, the use of SSRs will lower and lower and lower, kind of like how it was in Danmimo and various other gacha games where at the start you can use these characters, but the more you play the game, the less you use those 4-star characters and SSRs and so on and so forth, right? So that's something to bear in mind, is that even though I'm saying that they are valuable, there's a very good chance that it might not be amazingly valuable. You know what I mean? So yeah, as you can see right here, we've got some units to take a look at, of course, right? She skipped it immediately, so let's take a look quickly here. If we can let it roll and see. So of course we have that scene card. Now you can see right here, it's a little bit tricky to see because of how the thing is, the coins are covering it. But Fiona is an SR. She's a blue tank. Mikoto is a purple sort of support unit. Chigusa is a purple tank, as we saw. That bell is brand new. That is when he's going up against the Silverback Gorilla, of course, right? And that's it. That's pretty much all we've seen that's old, effectively, and brand new as well. Everything else is old. The stuff I mentioned is brand new. Let's see if we can see some URs. Show me some adventure URs and assists. I remember from watching, when I watched this video, she did get a couple of UR adventures. Speaking of, good timing. So one thing to note, right, is when you get this screen, right, when you get this screen, if it is a black background like this, it will be an adventure. If there's a text and a black background, it is an adventure. If it is a white background and black text, that is an assist, basically. So that's how you can determine between adventure and assist, basically, when this screen pops up effectively. And then scene cards, they just immediately go into it. So as you can see right here, we are ourselves a Tione, of course, a UR Tione. So this is one of the characters that is available in the game from the get-go. She is a tank from memory. I don't remember the color for her. I think in the gameplay footage she was yellow, but I can't remember exactly. We'll check it out at the end of this multi, of course. But she is a tank, I'm pretty sure, on that front. We get another Chigusa right here, and a UR scene card as well. This is the stuff of dreams. This is what I want to see from my multi in my reroll. Ideally, when it comes to the reroll side of things, I'm looking to try and get maybe like 2 adventure and assists, basically, either or, and I want to get a scene card. I want to try and get a triple for sure. That's what I want to try and get. So as you can see here, Majorly just gets a bunch of dupes and then of course a bunch of scene cards. You can see in the bottom row there are 3 new scene cards that she's gotten. But yes, Tione is a yellow tank. Now tanks, I will say, are kind of underrated. I think they're going to be extremely usable, especially in difficult content. I would highly recommend getting a tank. In my personal opinion, the best way to probably go about it will probably be 2 DPS units and 1 tank. The one that I really want to see more so than anything else, also Haruhime is in the building. We'll talk about her in just a second. But the way it is structured, right, I think heals are going to be helpful. But frankly speaking, based on my experience in the closed beta test, as if your tank is able to heal, or if you have other means of healing, maybe via assists or something, right, don't need heals at all. I would say double DPS and a tank is the way to go, in my personal opinion. But of course, Take Mikazuchi, yet another assist. Of course, the blue bar in the bottom signifies that it's an assist. The red bar will mean it's an adventure, of course, right? If you're playing the Japanese version, of course, it even says assist, by the way. That is it's the literal Japanese translation from Japanese to English is assist. The hiragana and katakana is there, basically. I think that's hiragana. But effectively, Take Mikazuchi is a yellow support unit, and Haruhime is a blue support unit as well. Now, I didn't see a UR Haruhime, so I think, a UR Haruhime is definitely on the cards, right? It's a unit I definitely want to get, and it seems like they might go down the assist route for her. One thing I do hope is that they follow the Danmimo way of doing the units, where even some of the assists can also become adventures. That's what I at least hope. I know that the gods can't necessarily become that, but even in Danmimo, we did have a Hestia become an adventure and stuff. But that's something I hope to see. So we did see Finn, we did see Chigusa, we didn't see actually SSR Chigusa. SSR Chigusa is a yellow DPS unit, it seems like. Then, of course, you have Eyes, and she's the first one with the boot, actually, the boot icon. Yellow boot icon means that she's probably a sub DPS unit. I still haven't figured out what the yellow boot, the boot icon necessarily means exactly in terms of classing, but I do think that that would be a sub DPS. Let me know what you guys think that boot icon would mean. Obviously, we've seen Haruhime, so no worries about that. Let's move along to the next multi. We have a lot to go through. We will be stuck here for a while. I'm going to start moving across a little bit so that we can see the multis directly. And as you can see right here, there is an SR Tione as well, SR Welf as well. SR Welf is a red tank. SR Tione is a blue boot unit. I would assume blue sub DPS. I'm just going to call it that. And then Hephaestus is a red sub DPS assist as well. Very, very nice. Let's keep moving along, Nene, please. Let's keep moving along. We don't have all day. We do not have all day. Well, what we do have time for is another UR, it seems like, and it isn't Tione, it is Bell. Bell is an adventurer I used in the closed beta test, the UR Bell. He is a red DPS unit, and he is strong. He is really, really strong. Very much a unit that, I would kind of recommend getting, to be quite honest. He is actually not bad whatsoever. As you can see, SR Gareth is also a yellow DPS unit, so that's fantastic, of course, right? Good for us to see exactly what we're dealing with there. But yeah, Belle was a really solid unit in all honesty. As you can see, the highest level there, if we go back a little bit quickly, just to quickly see what exactly we're dealing with. Level 60 out of 60, 5-star dupe level it seems like as well. This is the max dupe level and everything. And of course, yeah, he looks good. He looks good. So level 60 seems to be the highest level, of course, right? This was something we actually talked about in yesterday's video. I wasn't exactly sure what the highest level was going to be. Of course, it is subject to change as well, even now. But it does seem like, at least at the time of the HoloLive streamers playing the game, which was a couple of months ago, it was 60 out of 60. And she's zooming through it. I didn't even see what units were there. All right, let's pause this video really quickly and see if there's anything here. No, nothing for us to note because she is going through the multis. She was insane, bro. I remember when I watched the stream for the first time, I was like, damn. She's going through these summons really quickly. Okay, another UR for us to get. Let's see what we are getting here. Don't be Tione again. Please be somebody else. Cassandra, there we go. Obviously, another closed beta test character. It was kind of weird only getting Belle and Cassandra as the adventures for the CBT. I thought they would have done Eyes or something to make it much more interesting, but nope. It was just Cassandra, which was really, really weird. Now, Cassandra, in my personal opinion, in terms of usability, wasn't the greatest, in my personal opinion. Again, she is a blue support unit. But like I said, the one thing that I noticed in the closed beta test was that I just didn't have fun with the support units. And especially because Cassandra was also a ranged unit, and without the lock-on system, it was really frustrating to use her. In fact, I think I replaced Cassandra in the end with effectively the Garrett, the SSR Garrett, because he's a yellow tank unit. Really, really good option, honestly. The Garrett is a really, really good option. Highly recommend him. Highly recommend him as a unit, in all honesty. Such a fun unit. Such a fun unit. Especially in game modes like Battle Royale and stuff. Nothing new there, so we move along and see what she has to give us in terms of other options. Another adventure UR here, it seems like. No assist one so far, it seems like. Very bad luck. Very bad luck. Aisha, there we go. So Aisha is also part of the gacha pool at the very start of the game, and of course you can re-roll for her, of course, as well, right? I don't know if I'd be going for her, but she is a purple DPS unit, as you could see there before she decided to immediately click the multi button. She's going by too fast, bro. Give us a little bit right here. Of course, you can see SR Bell right there. That's a unit you'll get immediately anyways when you start playing the game. But yeah, Aisha was, of course, a purple DPS unit, so I would highly recommend at the start of the game, right, if you had to choose a class to go for at the start of the game, I would say going for the DPS option or the sub DPS option is probably the way to go. Osfi, our first look at an Osfi unit in the game. SSR green sub DPS unit, it seems like, right there. So that's really, really good. But yeah, I would say that going for a DPS unit or a sub DPS unit is probably the way to go. You are seen card with Lily and Belle, of course. The GOATs, of course, of the Hestia Familia, in my personal opinion. I feel like everybody in the Hestia Familia is a GOAT, though, to be quite honest. We did see the white background, though, and text. So yeah, white background text. Assist you are here, of course, right? And let us see who it is. Loki, of course, another closed beta test assist. I actually didn't get Loki, I don't think, in the closed beta test. Unfortunately, I only got Lily, so that was unfortunate. But yes, we managed to get, two new characters here. So you are Loki is a sub DPS yellow assist, and then, of course, Seer is a purple tank assist. Again, I'm very curious to see how it's gonna work when you put the right class on the right typing on the right adventure, the same adventure basically of that type and class, of course, right? It's gonna be very interesting if there is actually a big bonus or something. I wonder how much that bonus will be. I want to say it'll be probably like 15 or 20% if you have both of them on it, each other. Another UR scene card, that's crazy. And it's a dupe scene card, by the way, as well. It's something she already had. That's crazy. That is actually nuts. That is insane. That is insane. All right, let's move along and see what this is. And hey, okay, you are assist Takemi Kazuchi here as well. Let's see what she's gonna skip this, right? Surely she's gonna move along and skip right after this one. Oh no, never mind. Another UR scene card. Oh, this is the scene card we saw very early on in the game when it first was announced, basically. All right, let's take a look at this. So we got a lot to break down here. So Takumi Kazuchi is a yellow tank assist as well. So that's going to be really good for Gareth if you're planning on summoning for Gareth, right? That being said, if you're planning on summoning for Gareth, it's an SSR. I don't know why you would be doing that. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why you'd be planning on summoning for him. You'd probably just get him on the way to, everything that happens. Another UR Loki. That's insane. Another deep, so that would effectively take her from that 3 stars to 4 stars basically, so keep that in mind. Next up, let's keep going. She's zooming, so I can just chill here and see if there's anything that's new for us to look at. She's getting a lot of the same stuff now, and this is the thing, right? At the start of the game, it does seem like there's not going to be a lot of the characters that we think there are, and you're going to just get a lot of repeats regularly, especially when it comes to SRs and SSRs. But I will say this, that probably what I would recommend doing is at the start of the game, especially if you're free to play, try and get 3 URs or 4 URs or whatever it is, and then wait for the limited banners, because there are going to be limited banners inevitably, like festival banners or gala banners or something along those lines. You're probably going to want to save up for those more so than anything else, in all honesty. Now, UR assist here, Ishtar. That is a assist I am not going for. You bet you would be catching me lacking if I use her, in all honesty. I can't wait for people to just see my stream on the 24th of August and I have Ishtar in my team. But no, you will catch me lacking if I use her. No. If she is in my infinite reroll and I get 3 URs and she's one of them, we are rerolling first and foremost. I hate Ishtar. You best believe I'm not going to be summoning for her whatsoever. No way, no shot. Not a chance. Not a chance in the world. Let's move along. Come on, Nene. Chop chop. We don't want to be around Ishtar anymore. No. I know she's very revealing in Nene. I think that's what she's a bit surprised about. So, Ishtar, just to give you guys an idea, is of course a blue sub DPS unit. So if you have a blue sub DPS unit, you can go for her, of course. You could go for her, of course. All right, anything here? Nope. We keep moving along. She is zooming, so nothing here as well. Let's also move along a little bit as well. Another Tione as well, by the way. Another Tione as well. I don't want to skip it because I think the way she's going so fast, I'm like, if I skip even by 5 seconds, I'm gonna be like missing out on something. Yeah, this is a whale territory, by the way. This is how whales behave. I'm just saying, by the way. This is what whales do, alright? They get a bunch of Celas or Iris and then they just skip. Literally, that's all they do. Do not do this behavior if you want to see your Iris go to waste. We will slow roll on stream, okay? We will be slow rolling on stream. Okay. By the way, there is offers, by the way, in the game as well. They do pop up. I would highly recommend being very careful with those and not clicking it unnecessarily. Now, you can see actually in the bottom right that button is glowing. It's glowing because it tells you that you have enough to go and buy the pity, basically. Because the pity, from what we saw yesterday, it's 200 medals or 20 multis worth of currency, basically for you to get a character assist or adventure gacha ticket. And it's 150 medals for you to get a scene card ticket, basically. So keep that in mind, of course, is that, she's done nearly 20 multis already. She's done at least 20 multis. She's done 35 multis, actually, if we want to be precise, basically. So yeah, she's done a lot already. She's done a lot. I really wish she had actually gone into more detail because she did click the button in the top right, and I wanted to see if that she would show the, gacha rates and stuff, because I was kind of like, I was hoping if there were any changes, we could actually see them. But so far, in all honesty, from my understanding, so far it's been super balanced. And in all honesty, it actually matches the rates. I actually did calculate the rates in a separate video as to, I calculated how much Celas she used, how much the multi cost, how many multis she ended up doing, and then of course also finding out how many URs she ended up getting and finding out the percentage accordingly, right? It does match up to the rates, by the way. It did match up to the rates. I think it was like 5 point something. And of course, the overall rates, if you look at it, 3% for adventure assist, 3% for scene card, it's 6%, right? For UR generally. So yeah, Hephaestus UR, there you go, beautiful. I would love to get Hephaestus UR. I think my dream reroll is going to be UR Ryu and UR Hephaestus, to be quite honest. Also, blue DPS unit for Hephaestus as well. So very, very good there. Very, very good there. Oh, I love this one. I honestly really, really like this one. This is a scene card from season 4, of course, right? A season 4 scene card. What a scene card, by the way. What a scene card. I love the animated scene cards, by the way. They've done a good job with them. They've done a very, very good job with them. yeah, it is beautiful. It is very, very beautiful. So let's keep looking at and checking out what she gets. She's not gotten any other new SR or SSR as far as I can tell. It's been more or less the same, so we can kind of just ignore them and move along. But I want to check out if she brings out another potential, like you are out of nowhere or something. That's worth noting. Let's take a look and see. So she skips, nothing for us to note here. She's just zooming, bro. Like I said, she is big zooming. She is big zooming indeed. Let's check this. Okay, a new adventure. And this is a new adventure because the tagline and everything pops up again. So let's see. Yes, Ryu. There we go. So Ryu is also in the game. And thankfully, from based on the Battle Royale footage that we saw where she was used, she's not a ranged DPS. Thank God. I can actually use her. I don't want to use a ranged unit at this moment in time. Bro, I got so frustrated using Cassandra. It was insane. It was not fun using Cassandra at all in the beta test. I was very frustrated. So Ryu is a green sub DPS unit, so keep that in mind, of course, right? When you are summoning, of course, that will obviously scupper your plans, maybe, and maybe something you can do as well, potentially, right? When you're going for the summons, try and get the same attributes, maybe. So get an adventure that's red attribute and maybe an assist that's a red attribute as well, so that at least you got that combination flowing as well. Miak, you are Miak as well, which is very, very nice. It's a damn shame we don't have a UR Freya yet, unfortunately. It didn't seem like anybody got a UR Freya based on all the footages I saw. Miak is a purple support assist, of course, which makes sense for Miak, of course, being a support assist, right? The way his character is and everything makes a lot of sense, right? Makes a lot of sense indeed. So let's keep scrubbing along and let's see what else is new. So new assist again, and I think this will be UR Hermes, I want to say, because he's the only one that I'm missing. Oh no, UR Seer. I forgot about UR Seer. I think there's UR Seer, UR Lily, and maybe UR Hermes. So that's something to bear in mind. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to go for Seer. I just realized Seer is also a green sub DPS unit, basically. So you want to get Ryu and Seer together. Oh, that might be a deadly combination, by the way. That might be a combination I recommend to a lot of people. Provided that there is actually a attribute and class bonus as well. I genuinely think there might be, though. I genuinely think there might be, so I might have to go for that. A new adventure as well here. I think this might be, I want to guess Bet. Hey, I was right, Bet. I knew there was a UR Bet, so I was kind of like expecting it anyways. So Bet is here. I think he is, I want to say a DPS unit. I just don't know what typing. I don't know what typing. Let's have a look and see. Once Nene manages to go to the end of the screen and shows the results. A purple sub DPS unit. There you guys go. Purple sub DPS unit. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's take a look at what else is in here. Nothing for us to note necessarily right now. Okay. Come on. Show me the goods. Show me the goods, Nene. You're not showing me the goods necessarily. You're not showing me the goods. Alright, let's see here. So, nothing there. No, she's just going by fast. I'm gonna let her do her thing. I'm gonna let her skip as much as possible. I'm curious to see how much she ends up being at, because I know she spent like 200,000 Selas, which I was just like, god damn, man. That is a lot of Selas to spend, basically. Because she was at 1 million, by the way. When she started this, she was like nearly at 1 million, basically. And she went down all the way to like 800,000, effectively, from my memory. It was insane. It was insane. I was just like, I just didn't watch it. This is the first time I'm actually watching it in its pure entirety. Previously, I was just scrubbing through it to note like what adventures and assists are in the game and everything. But yeah, it is insane. It is insane as to how much she was summoning. It was kind of crazy, to be quite honest. Tiona and Tiona scene card here, by the way. A brand new scene card that we haven't seen yet, of course, right, in the game. So that is also something for us to mind. I love how she's just winking every single time she summons for these, of course, right? But there you guys go. Really cool scene card, by the way. I really like the scene card. And another one that they showed off in the original trailer as well, by the way, when they announced the game for the very first time. Another UR Tione. I think she can pretty much max out Tione at this point, literally. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, I'm definitely thinking of going for Seer and Ryu at this point in time in terms of the reroll, purely because there might be an opportunity where the where the class bonus is a thing. We don't know that. We know the attribute bonus is 100% a thing. If they're the same color, they get a 10% stats bonus. we haven't seen if there is going to be a class bonus as well. Ishtar, oh boy, that is a one ticket to demonetization for me, by the way. I will just say there. But there you go, another scene card for us as well to take a look at as well. Very, very pog, very, very nice. Skip, please. Thank you. Ooh, the Hestia knife one. I remember this one because this was in the closed beta test as well, if I recall correctly. It was a very beautiful screen card. No video. It's what we love to see. It's what we love to see. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. I know those technical difficulties because I've had no signal as well many a times. many times. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep scrolling along. Let's see what she gets up to, bro. She's going off. She's done 75 multis so far. We've sat through 75 multis, by the way, comment section. I would just like to point that out. Viewers of this channel. Another assist you are that I don't know. Hermes? Or Lily? Lily. No, we've not seen Lily, right? Yeah, Lily. I was like, I'm pretty sure we haven't seen Lily yet. So I was expecting it. Riri Ruka, as it's called. So Riri is, I don't know why I said Riri. Lily Ruka is a yellow DPS assist as well, which is cool. Very, very cool there. We haven't seen Hestia actually, right? You are Hestia as well. I don't think we've seen you are Hestia as well. So let's take a look and see if we manage to spot ourselves a wild Hestia in these summons potentially. It's going to be very interesting to see if there's any Hestia's about, maybe. I don't remember her multis. I want to say she gets her here. I think she gets Hestia here. Yes, there we go. There's the Hestia. I want to say Hestia UR is a red support unit, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong, though. I think she's a red support unit, which unfortunately doesn't match to Bell, of course, the UR Bell. It is a red... oh, no, she is red DPS. Okay, that's perfect. We didn't get her in the closed beta test. That's why I was a little bit confused. But yes, red DPS. So you can go for Bell, Hestia, or Ryu and Seer. Kind of interesting in that regards, where it's kind of balanced, right? It's kind of balanced. If you guys can check the video itself, I can't go back and see all the things. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've missed out on some. It feels like, in terms of like the units and their combinations. Let me know in the comments if I missed out on any other combinations, because the only ones I've seen so far are Seer and Ryu, as well as Hestia and Bell. And I think that's where she stopped doing multis, basically. I think she was like, I don't want to do any more multis, and she started doing some CP leveling and stuff, basically. So if we scroll back a little bit, I want to see if she did any multis at the start of the video. I don't think she did necessarily. So she started off here, basically, right? Yeah, she didn't do any summons until 20 minutes in, which is where we picked up from, basically. So yeah, we were here when we started the video, and we've seen through a lot. So there you guys go. You guys have seen a majority of the characters in the game. I think the only one we didn't actually see in terms of a UR was probably Hermes, I want to say. I could be corrected though, of course, right? But I think he was the only one we didn't see in terms of a UR. I'm pretty sure he does have a UR though. But yeah, there you guys go. Let me know who you guys are planning on re-rolling for. Right now, my thought process is either Ryu and Seer or Bell and Hestia and one more UR. I want to try and get a triple UR for sure in the re-roll if possible. We will be live when the game goes live. I'm going to be re-rolling. I'm actually going to make a video simultaneously while that is going on as well, to talk about like what you should be aiming for and stuff like that as well. And of course, I will make sure you guys know at the time when the game goes live and everything as to what you should be going for. But right now, I would like to think that going for Ryu and Seer or Bell and Hestia is your best bet. And of course, if you want to just go for generally the other characters as well, I would highly recommend going for DPS units more so than anything else. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel for more Danmachi and Danmachi Battle Chronicle content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, take it easy everybody. Bye bye.